Coming up on Lazer Update, we meet the director of OCC's Learning Center, Ted Matthews, and see how the tutors and the students help the Learning Center to thrive.
Then we take a trip to the gallery for the return of Feats of Clay, an art exhibition open to the public. All that and more in the next 20 minutes.
Live from the Kathy Hawkins studio on the Onondaga Community College campus, it's Lazer Update. Good afternoon and welcome to Lazer Update. I'm Destiny Salas.
And I'm Dominic Ciccarelli. It's April 24th, and here's what's happening on the Hill today. OCC's Learning Center is offering drop-in chemistry and math group sessions every week. If you're looking for help with your math and science coursework, feel free to stop down to get free assistance from a tutor.
Be sure you visit the OCC website and search Learning Center for drop-in tutor schedules. We begin the show with someone well known around campus as a valued instructor, tutor, and mentor. He takes on every day with one goal in mind, and that's to provide students with the assistance they need to excel in their classes. Vincent Moody has the story.
After graduating from OCC over 20 years ago, this instructor has found a way to still give back to the campus he loves. He's trained and tutored hundreds of students at OCC's Learning Center and hopes to continue helping new students succeed.
My current role is the director of the Learning Center, oversee all the operations of the center, including supervision of all the staff. I hire, train the tutors, set up their schedules. I help on other various committees such as orientation and open house. I would help out with covering our desk in the evenings at the old Content Tuning Center. We help develop a guidebook for how to use a graphing calculator.
Ted enjoys the new interactions he makes with students every day. He feels a great sense of community here on campus, and it drives his passion for the Learning Center.
Tutoring was the focal point, was the main focus. We don't have a great Learning Center without great tutors, I'm just here to, put them in place, and but it's also working with the students, hearing their stories as far as, hopefully they're doing well in their class, or success stories, or, when they graduate and they come back and they visit us, or even our tutors that they'll graduate and move on, they come back and they say, oh, I'm doing this, and that's a very rewarding aspect of the position.
Ted Matthews hopes his program keeps students focused and engaged throughout their tenure at OCC, across the stage at commencement, and into their future.
Oh yeah. That's expensive.
Ted's passion for student success permeates throughout the Learning Center. The facility is open 5 days a week to provide free tutoring to students throughout the semester. You can make a reservation online at suny.occ.edu/learning-center.
Feats of Clay Gallery is on campus this month. This is the 34th edition of the Scholastic Ceramic Art Competition. It's always been an awesome way to represent young sculptors and display their work to hundreds of aspiring students. Sam Dimmick has the story on this event.
The 34th annual Feats of Clay has returned to Onondaga Community College, where kids across multiple high schools show their craft in all sorts of competitions. I got to talk to Richard Pardee and Kim LaRose to learn more.
Yeah, the Feats of Clay, which this is the 34th year, has been in Syracuse much longer than it has been here. We've only had it maybe a dozen or so years here at OCC. So they have someone decided that they would bring together the 20 or so high school ceramics programs to not only exhibit some of the more creative students' work, but also to have a competition.
Feats of Clay was actually created to get the kids to come up to campus. We actually had a big enough event, we actually had big enough space where they could come and actually look around the campus and get involved. The gallery right now is the local high schools that are competing. They have sent in some of their best work and it is being judged and there will be prizes given.
Each instructor in the 20-plus schools that compete picks out the best, or what they think is the most interesting art from their current students, grade 9 through 12, and that's what's exhibited here.
The competitions will be held behind the SRC Arena May 5th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you have the time, come check it out.
The exhibit is on display for students and faculty in the gallery at the Ann Felton Multicultural Center. If you have time, check it out.
College hour is a class period when relatively few classes meet. This blocked out period was instated to allow student clubs to meet. One of our BMC students, Vince Moody, went out to gather the opinion of students across campus. This is what they think about college hour.
Good morning. Here at OCC, students are given 1 hour per day at noon to catch their breath or maybe study for an upcoming exam. Today, we're talking to students about their opinions of college hour.
I think college hour is very beneficial. It gives you time to do any homework you got between the previous class and your next one. And if you have work, which a lot of people are working, gives you time to do work before you have to go home and go to your job.
During this time is really like the best time for me because I work full time, like overnight, and so this is the best time for me when I don't have any classes. It's the best time for me to go get something to eat.
My thoughts on college hour are that I think it can be a really useful tool because it's good to have that time where everyone's schedule lines up.
Students here at OCC seem to utilize the college hour the best they can, and many students believe that it's necessary to break up the day. This is the Pulse of the Campus. For Lazer Update, I'm Vincent Moody.
College Hour encourages students to take advantage of the time however they please, whether that be studying with peers or just taking a mindful moment to refuel for the day.
Before we break, we will keep you up to date on all the happenings on campus, including what's coming up this week. Check it out. OCC is celebrating the achievements of graduating Black African American and African students during the Kente Cloth celebration. Held April 26th in Story Auditorium, each student at the event will receive a colorful Kente cloth, which can be worn with their gown at commencement. Be sure to RSVP the event by responding to the invitation within your college email.
I chose OCC for the quality learning experience at an affordable price.
I chose OCC because I can hone my skills in state-of-the-art facilities.
I choose OCC because the professors help you succeed and they encourage creativity.
Visit sunyocc.edu and discover why more than 40,000 students call OCC their alma mater.
Why did I choose OCC? I chose OCC because it's close to home.
Why did I come to OCC? I came to OCC because it was financially affordable for my family.
Why did I choose OCC? I chose OCC for the hands-on learning.
The box office has been on fire recently with another ambitious dark comedy from A24, Beau is Afraid. It follows a paranoia-ridden man who embarks on an odyssey to, well, just visit his mother. This one is produced by Ari Aster, director of cult favorites like Hereditary and Midsommar. Check it out at a theater near you.
Welcome back to the Lazer Update. I'm Destiny Solis.
And I'm Dominic Ciccarelli. So far, we've taken a look at some campus events, the interests of students, and showed how our professors go above and beyond the classroom.
One of our daily features on Lazer Update is called Did You Know? In the past shows, we learned about several departments, programs, and people that make OCC run today. Today, we focus on one of the lesser-known departments on campus.
Did you know that OCC has an automotive technology department that offers a certificate program to get you straight into the workforce? Vince Moody has more of the story.
Did you know SUNY OCC has an automotive technology department fully stocked with state-of-the-art machinery, equipment, auto parts, and snap-on tools? The auto department is located on the first floor of Whitney Hall next to the garage. Autotech's mission is to provide students with the training they need to land a successful career in the automotive industry. Here, students can learn the trade through hands-on labs in the garage with certified instructors and through lectures within the classroom.
How the idle-stop function is related to the needs of automatic transmission, where the motors are now like this instead of like this.
Visit sunyocc.edu/auto for more information.
While studying auto tech, you'll also learn about things like computer-controlled fuel and ignition systems, anti-lock brakes, microcomputer-controlled systems, and how to diagnose problems using the most advanced electronic tools. You can stop by John Surgeon's office at Whitney 177 if you're interested in shadowing a lecture.
OCC now has a committee called Common Read. The committee's focus is to select one book every semester and then develop events that center around the book and its themes. Anaya Gamble brings you more of the story.
With the passion for everything books, reading, and writing, Michelle Malinovsky's goal is to connect the students and staff here on campus as the chair of Common Read, a program that brings everyone together at OCC.
Common Read, the idea behind it, is essentially to pick one book that we make available to all students across campus that in some capacity speaks to the needs of our community and sparks conversations about ideas and concepts and themes that are relevant to our campus community. Common Read started at OCC in 2015 with Cheryl Strade's book Wild, and I've always been really passionate about making sure everybody has access to books. We then make an effort to purchase a huge swath of copies, and then we make them available to all students on campus who want one. We've been able to, in some capacity, get the author to engage with campus. We've brought Edwige Danicat. She is a Haitian author who lives in Florida, and she wrote Breath, Eyes, Memory, and that was also a really fantastic experience, just to really engage with her. 2 years ago, we had Jonathan Moody, who is the author of Normal Sucks, and his book is about dyslexia and learning disabilities and how the concept of normal doesn't really exist. And we actually got a grant through the Office of Accessibility Resources to help fund him. And this year, just 3 weeks ago now, we had Cale Williams, who is the author of this year's Common Read, The Loneliest Polar Bear, did a virtual talk with us. So being able to engage with an author in any capacity is really an invigorating experience for students. To see somebody who has written a book and then be able to ask them direct questions and engage with the content really just helps kind of add like a whole level of engagement with the book. And it's a connecting piece, right? Because it allows you to talk to people in a space where you can still offer bits of yourself without having to necessarily be like super vulnerable about like the truth of things. But you also can learn a lot about a person, about the types of books they like to read, and it really just, it sparks conversations because people who read want to talk about books. We get really excited about it and passionate about it. And when we're in a world where there's so much negativity, it's really kind of nice and relaxing to get excited about a concept that people can talk about, which I really like.
With the help of OCC's staff and faculty, Michelle Malinovsky has brought students together from all around campus and will continue to do so, one common read at a time.
You can nominate a book to be the next Common Read by logging on to suny.edu. Search Common Read and click on Nominate a Book. The committee is taking nominations of all genres, so feel free to participate. We are already halfway through our Lazer Update series. Can you believe it? 17 out of 32 shows are in the bag. All soon to be uploaded on our Facebook page to show the hard work of our BMC students have put forth this semester. Our next piece shows the production process of working on the Lazer Update show. Claire Akers gives us the inside look.
Today I talked to some BMC sophomores to see how they stay busy during the final weeks of their last semester here at OCC.
Right now in my advanced TV studio class, we're doing something called Lazer Update, where we have 2 people anchoring a show. Everybody else has their own position.
Today I had to produce my Lazer Update show. It was a pretty fun process, all in all. Couple emotional parts, but overall I think it was a really good show today. I definitely learned a lot from this experience, like just having everything in line, making sure everything goes by perfectly. I had a great assistant director today in Allie, so she was definitely a big help with that.
A lot of this class is about directing, and it's a process that I've enjoyed and that I've tried to get better at. Directing's really hard, but basically you're telling the TD what to do. I think the most important skill that I've learned throughout producing these shows is collaboration. TV is such a collaborative effort because you're working with the people around you, and if one person isn't on it, then the whole production can't continue smoothly.
Really, if you have a good crew together, I think you'll have a really good show.
Thanks for watching.
To see the full-length shows the sophomores are producing, check out Onondaga's Campus Connection on YouTube.
It's incredible what our BMC students are able to accomplish using the resources that are offered within the department. And at least to me, I know the process of producing this show has been an absolute blast.
This summer is set to be jam-packed with good music and good weather. Here are some upcoming concerts worth attending if you're in the Syracuse area. We'll be right back with more Lazer Update.
The Coulter Library is your place for entertainment. With over 77,000 books, movies, and CDs, there's always something to do. Your place for research help. Trouble with a project? Ask a librarian. Your place for quiet space. Shh. Our first floor is reserved for quiet work only. Your place for IT help. Visit our help desk on the second floor. All this and so much more at the Coulter Library. Open 7 days a week. For more information, visit sunyocc.edu/library.
Are you tired of paying hundreds of dollars for one textbook? Well, have no fear, Box of Books is here. Box of Books is a program where you only have to pay $21 per credit hour for your textbooks. And the best part is, you don't have to keep the books for the rest of your life. At the end of the semester, you can walk into the bookstore to return your textbooks, or you can ship them from the comfort of your home. So stop draining your bank account and start spending your money on really cool things like this hoodie. Stop by the bookstore in the Whitney Atrium or scan this QR code for more information.
Students ready for graduation will automatically be notified via OCC student email that a graduation application has been created and they are pending graduation. If you haven't received an email and believe you're ready to graduate, you can reach out to your advisor or contact the Office of Registration at Student Central in Gordon Hall.
Students have until May 1st to RSVP, so make sure you save the date. Welcome back. You've been watching Lazer Update. I'm Dominic Ciccarelli.
And I'm Destiny Salas. Now it's time for a piece we call Got Issues, where we let students discuss a conversational topic for the day. We'll hand it over to our host, Vincent Moody, for this segment.
Thanks, Destiny. Hello, everyone. I'm Vincent, and today on Got Issues, we're discussing cancel culture. People have always challenged each other's views, but the internet, particularly social media, has changed how, when, and where these kind of interactions happen. The number of people who can go online now and call someone out for their behavior is skyrocketing, and the damage it causes can be quite controversial. Joining me today are Eliza McMahon and Claire Akers to talk about cancel culture. Thank you for joining me. And Eliza, when you hear the term cancel culture in 2023, what comes to your mind?
Well, right away, the first thing that cancel culture makes me think of is like Twitter, social media in general, but absolutely this is something that is centered on Twitter a lot. Like the amount of drama I see on there every day is just insane.
Mm-hmm. And Claire, how do you think social media users participate in cancel culture on the internet?
Well, first, I would like to preface by saying I don't see a lot of research going into cancel culture. You know, people are so quick to cancel, but they like hop on social media and, you know, write some nonsense and, you know, post it, and that can ruin that person's life if it's false, but people are so quick to jump on things. So definitely social media plays a huge role in that, in everything actually, but yeah.
Yeah, and another question for you, Eliza, speaking on Twitter, so as a user, have you ever known a celebrity or anyone else who's been affected by cancel culture that maybe you followed or had likings of, and they just kind of fell victim to that?
I mean, I've seen that happen a lot of times. I mean, I used to follow Kanye, but then more recently, I have not really been keeping up with him just because of a lot of the things I've heard about him. Mm-hmm. And I mean, even on a smaller level, like small-time streamers have talked about, in a lot of cases, people like faking things that they haven't actually said and using that to call them out, and that kind of can ruin their entire livelihood.
Okay. And Claire, just one for you. Is there anyone that you can think of maybe that you've seen on social media who might have said offensive things that hasn't been canceled? Have you seen certain individuals, you know, that maybe have not gone canceled? Not specifically, but...
I just feel like a lot of celebrities honestly haven't done the best things up until their fame, and not enough celebrities are being called out. At the same time, they don't all deserve to be called out, you know, because it's hard because like you're young, you're stupid, but at the same time, that's not an excuse to be ignorant and disrespectful to any community or anything. So just, I feel like everyone needs to be called out one way or another.
We'll throw it to break now. We'll be right back and continue our discussion right here on Got Issues.
I chose OCC for the quality learning experience at an affordable price.
I chose OCC because I can hone my skills in state-of-the-art facilities.
I choose OCC because the professors help you succeed and they encourage creativity.
Visit sunyocc.edu and discover why more than 40,000 students call OCC their alma mater.
Welcome back. Vince here again, and I'm with Eliza McMahon and Claire Akers, and we've been talking cancel culture. Now let's continue. Now, Eliza, I did read there was a feminist activist. Her name's Loretta Ross, and she advocates for something called being called in instead of being called out. Now, do you think that there's a less damaging way that people can handle cancel culture?
I think that's definitely a tough question because I think at this point, cancel culture means such a very specific thing that it's like hard to change that meaning. I do think like it is definitely helpful to like if someone does something wrong or says something offensive, like yes, you should acknowledge that and try and if possible just like change their behavior and help them understand why what they said was wrong. But specifically cancel culture is like so rooted in just shaming people that I think it's hard to be able to just like switch the meaning of that on that level.
Right. And Claire, what do you think should happen to, let's say, old books or movies or even artists who have published work in the past that may have been offensive? Do you think that we should resurface those works and have these artists canceled?
In some situations, yes, but most of the time I would say no because it's a chance to use it as a learning experience, you know, like what not to do. Because, you know, in certain books, you know, some books are banned from schools because of their you know, what they say in it. But at the same time, I feel like that would be a good thing to teach children and stuff like that. Because if you grow up not knowing, like, about the book and, like, what happened and stuff, I feel like you can't get an understanding of, like, from right and wrong, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And a quick question for you, Eliza. Going back to Twitter, I guess, again. So when Donald Trump was deleted from Twitter, would you consider that a form of cancel culture?
Not exactly, because in that case, I mean, cancel culture is always going to be a weird, divisive issue. And in that case, I wouldn't fully consider that to be cancel culture because at the time he was spreading a lot of misinformation and it was more an issue of safety for, like, that would be why Twitter had to remove him.
All right. Well, we'll wrap things up. I'd like to thank my guests, Eliza McMahon and Claire Akers, for their time today. And I hope you all enjoyed watching. I'm Vincent Moody, and that's Got Issues.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. We went all over campus today with a look into interesting lives of the faculty, and students got a chance to showcase what makes OCC unique.
Be sure to like us on Facebook or subscribe to our YouTube channel at Onondaga's Campus Connection. Episodes are uploaded Monday through Thursday before 5 p.m. I'm Dominic Ciccarelli.
And I'm Destiny Salas. Thanks for watching.